Hello subscribers, here is another opinions video, and this time I'll be giving my opinions on the new Safari 2020 dinosaurs. Now first up we have a Concavenator. Now this figure looks pretty good, doesn't look outstanding though. See, the color scheme looks really nice. This is a very unique striping right here. See, it's a mixture of black and white stripes, and the overall it's like the color scheme's yellowish orange with some brown and red. And the mouth is closed with no visible teeth. Which is more natural though, because a lot of carnivore figures have their mouths open. So that's the Concavenator, and I might get this one, might not. We'll see. Next up we have the Deinonychus, and this figure looks amazing. It looks very natural, and I think it's better than the feathered Velociraptor. See, this one isn't roaring like the Concavenator, and I like how it's in a walking pose. It's not, hunting, he's just walking. And also the position of the arms is great, and the color scheme is very reminiscent of some predatory birds today. Now I think this one's my third most anticipated figure, and I'll definitely be getting this one. Next up we have a Dilophosaurus. Now like the Concavenator and the Deinonychus, it has a closed mouth with no teeth. And like the Concavenator, it's not outstanding, but it still looks great. See, it's pretty skinny like the actual animal was, and the color scheme looks pretty cool actually. It's actually similar to the 2008 Dilophosaurus, but unlike the 2008 Dilophosaurus, this one actually has, a different type of striping on its tail. And unlike the 2008 Dilophosaurus, this one doesn't seem that brittle. And I really like how the feet are sculpted. It looks very similar to the Concavenator. So that's the Dilophosaurus. Next up we have the Edmontosaurus. Now this is one that's highly anticipated by a lot of people, because we've been wanting an Edmontosaurus figure, because, Safari started releasing the Hell Creek Formation animals. And one of them we needed was an Edmontosaurus. Now, unlike the 2010 Edmontosaurus, which was quite small, this one's going to be huge. And apparently it's going to be $27.99, so it's going to be quite an expensive figure. And the color scheme is nice, so is the detailing and the scientific accuracy. See, he's got the crest, which the real animal would have had. This one, I might get it, might not, due to the price. But this figure still looks fantastic. Next up we have my second most anticipated figure, which is an Ichthyosaurus. Now, we haven't gotten an Ichthyosaur figure in a while. We don't often get prehistoric sea animal toys. See, this one has no detailing, but, of course, it's a marine reptile. Marine reptiles don't really have, like crocodile scales. And see, the color scheme is very reminiscent of striped dolphins. And I actually like this one more than the Carnegie figure. The Carnegie figure was fantastic, but it had a really skinny snout, and I didn't like how there was an ammonite sticking out of its mouth. I'd rather have, just the figure alone, which this new 2020 Ichthyosaurus has. And it's going to be 7 inches long, so decently sized. So I cannot wait to add this marine reptile to my collection. Next up is another one that's highly anticipated by a lot of people, which is the Pachycephalosaurus. Now, people have been wanting a Pachycephalosaurus for similar reasons like the Edmontosaurus, because, Safari has been making Hell Creek Formation animals, like T-Rex, and Pachycephalosaurus is another animal from that formation, and we needed that figure. So here it is, the Pachycephalosaurus. Looks very similar to the Dracorex, which is thought just to have been a juvenile Pachy. And I really love the orange colors on this one. Of course, the detailing is fantastic, and the scientific accuracy is spot on with this one. And this one's going to be pretty cheap. I think it's going to be like $10. Yeah, I'll most likely be adding this figure to my collection. Haven't gotten a good Pachycephalosaurus toy in a while. Next up we have the Qianzhousaurus, which is a long-snouted tyrannosaur, like Albertosaurus. And this figure looks pretty good. Well, like the Concavenator Dilophosaurus, doesn't really look outstanding though. And see, it has lips. I see the lips because, the teeth aren't that visible. And I wish they were to give this one feathers though, because this is a smaller tyrannosaur. So overall, I might get this one, might not. Who knows? I'll most likely get it because, it's a unique species. I never heard of this dinosaur until now. Next up is my most anticipated Safari 2020 figure, which is the Sarcosuchus. Now, we don't often get Sarcosuchus toys on the market, and I think this will be the 5th Sarcosuchus figure that we've ever gotten. The first one was by Collecte, then Mojo, then the Safari Prehistoric Croc Tube, and then the new Mattel one, which is also coming out in 2020. But we're getting this amazing, scientifically accurate one. See, it's got nice colors, nice detailing, and a natural pose. The color is very reminiscent of Safari's 2019 Spinosaurus. And it's going to be 10 inches long, and I think I think it's going to be like $12 or $15, which is good for, you know, a 10-inch figure. And considering it's 10 inches, I think it could work as a 140 scale, because, you know, Sarcosuchus has been downsized from 40 feet to 31 to 33 feet. So yes, I cannot wait to get this prehistoric crocodilian figure. Last but not least is not a dinosaur, but an archosaur reptile from the Triassic, which is the Qianzhousaurus, which looks a lot like a monitor lizard. See, this one has nice detailing, but, you know, not as good detailing as like the Sarcosuchus. See, it's got 2 horns on its head, and people are saying that it's not really up to date. But I don't really know, because you know I haven't done much research on this animal, because I just heard about it until now. And it's $7.99, so it's pretty cheap, and I'll definitely be getting it because, you know, it's a unique Triassic animal. So if you guys like this review, so this is my opinions on the Safari 2020 prehistoric animals, and that Sarcosuchus just looks fantastic. And speaking of prehistoric crocodiles, I'm hoping that collecting makes a Pachycephalosaurus. So if you guys like this video, leave a comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next opinions video, which will be on the Schleich figures.